All right, so today we're diving into all these TikToks and YouTube videos and Reddit threads about Iman Gadzhi.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's everywhere online and everyone's got something to say about him. So,
I've seen that.
yeah, so we're going to try to sort it all out.
All right.
So, Iman Gadzhi, he's this young entrepreneur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big in the digital marketing world.
Mm-hmm.
And his whole thing is he claims to have made his first million at 18.
18.
Yeah, 18 years old,
Yeah.
running a social media marketing agency, or SMMA as the kids are calling it these days. And now he teaches others how to do same, how to, copy his success.
Okay, but that's what's so interesting about this whole thing is there's all these people online saying that maybe it's not all that it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, and that's what we're here to figure out.
Right.
Because he talks a lot about his tough upbringing and,
Mhm.
he positions himself as this like self-made millionaire. But then you've got stuff like that one TikTok, I think it was from at bd.better.company.
Mhm.
They were mentioning that he went to this crazy expensive school in London.
Interesting.
Doesn't exactly sound like he was struggling.
Yeah, that doesn't really track with that whole rags to riches narrative he's got going on.
Exactly.
And then you've got those YouTube videos, like the ones by Samuel Darby and Spencer Cornelia. They really dig into some of his claims.
What do they find?
Well, for example, Gadzhi says he was flipping Instagram accounts back in high school.
Right.
And that by 16, he was already signing clients for his agency, big clients.
16.
16. Can you imagine that?
No way. I mean, I was barely able to drive a car at 16, let alone run a business.
Exactly. And it gets even wilder. Darby, in his video, he actually looked into some company filings for Gadzhi's agency. And what he found suggests that, well, it might not have been the million-dollar empire that Gadzhi makes it out to be.
You mean like those filings that showed something like $200,000 in assets?
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't sound like someone who's making $1 million a month.
Right. It just doesn't quite add up, does it?
No, it really doesn't.
And the thing is, he claims that he shut down this supposedly massively successful agency to go after, and I'm quoting this directly, new levels of wealth.
What does that even mean?
That's what I want to know. It's like walking away from a gold mine right when you strike gold. Seems a little suspicious, don't you think?
It does. So what's the deal then? Why would he do that?
Well, one theory is that he realized teaching people how to get rich is way more profitable than actually, being a digital marketer himself.
Right. So it's potentially more lucrative to sell the dream than actually live it.
Yeah, exactly. And that brings us to the courses.
Oh, yeah, the courses.
The heart of the Iman Gadzhi empire, right.
So he's got a whole bunch of them.
He does.
Like Agency Navigator, six-figure SMMA, what was that other one? Copy-paste agency.
You said paste agency. Yeah, that's a good one.
And Apex.
Oh, yeah, Apex, the big one, right.
So do these courses actually deliver? What are people saying about the content?
Well, it's interesting,
You've got some students who swear by them, right? They're like, Iman changed my life. I went from 0 to 6 figures thanks to him.
Right, but then
On the other hand,
there's that Reddit thread
exactly.
where everyone's calling him a scam artist.
Yeah, and there's Spencer Cornelia's video.
Oh, with that one guy who spent like $100,000 on the copy-paste agency course?
$99,000. Could you believe that?
No.
It's mind-blowing, right?
That's like more than I make in a year.
Yeah, it's a wild amount of money.
So what did he get for that? Was it like a golden laptop or something?
Well, according to him, not much, actually. He says the content was basic, outdated.
Really?
Yeah, stuff you could find for free online.
Ugh, that's awful.
It is. It is. And that's what's so concerning, right? You have these people who are putting their trust in Iman, they're investing their hard-earned money, and then they're left feeling cheated. And it's not just the content, right? It's that whole thing of, like, I'm a multimillionaire and I'm going to mentor you to success. But then, is it really mentorship if it's just, like, pre-recorded videos and stuff?
Right, exactly. Where's the personalized attention? Where's the actual guidance?
It's more like, here's a bunch of generic advice, now go figure it out.
Yeah, and don't forget about the constant upsells, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing.
Join this program, upgrade to this mastermind, now get exclusive access to this. It's like, when does it end?
It feels predatory.
It does, doesn't it? Like they're taking advantage of people's desire to succeed.
Especially young people.
Absolutely.
Or just trying to figure things out,
They're looking for that shortcut, that magic formula.
And they think Iban has the answers.
And that's the danger, right? Because there are no shortcuts.
No.
Building a successful business, it takes time, it takes effort.
And you can't just copy-paste your way to millions. no matter what Iman says.
Exactly.
Okay, but what about that whole copy-paste agency situation?
Yeah.
Didn't he kind of just, like, abandon that course?
He did, yeah.
And then told everyone to join Apex?
Yeah, Apex was supposed to be the big upgrade.
Right, but it launched, like, a year late, didn't it?
Yeah, it was delayed, which left a lot of people in a tough spot.
So they're stuck with this outdated copy-paste stuff, and they're waiting for Apex, which may or may not be any better.
It's a mess.
It is.
And then to make matters worse, you have the whole NFT thing.
Oh, God, the Gentleman's Croquet Club. Tell me about it.
Oh, boy.
So they're stuck with this outdated copy-paste stuff, and they're waiting for Apex, which may or may not be any better.
And the NFT thing is almost like a whole other level of, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Like a whole other level of this pattern.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Because he launches this Gentleman's Croquet Club.
The GCC.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's promising, like, access to all these experts, networking opportunities.
Names, exclusive events, the works.
And it's all going to be powered by these NFTs. And, surprise, surprise, it doesn't really amount to much.
Shocker.
I know. So what happens? The NFT market crashes. Everyone's left holding these, like, basically worthless JPEGs.
And then what does Gadzhi do?
So initially, he actually promises refunds,
Okay.
which, sounds good, really.
Yeah, sure.
But then he backtracks.
Oh, really?
And instead, he's like, okay, well, I'll give you access to my Web2 membership group.
So instead of like actually giving people their money back, he just tries to funnel them into another one of his paid products.
Basically, yeah.
Classic.
And it gets worse.
Worse how?
So there are all these screenshots, right?
Okay.
Of people who bought into GCC.
Yeah.
And they're like, messaging, trying to get refunds.
Yeah.
And it's like crickets. Radio silence?
He's ghosting them.
Pretty much.
After he promised them the world.
And remember how he was going to market GCC, from the top of his lungs?
Right.
Yeah. Well, it seems like those lungs got a little quiet when things went south. You know what I mean?
Totally. And it's not just the lack of refunds that's concerning. There's also this pattern of, like, silencing dissent,
What do you mean?
So Cornelia found out that some of the people who were publicly criticizing Gadzhi, like on Twitter and stuff, they were suddenly given access to his Educate program.
You're kidding.
Nope. It's like he was trying to buy their silence.
Wow.
Right. Very hush-hush.
That's messed up.
It is, and it kind of makes you question the whole, like, mentorship thing.
Yeah, because a real mentor, they don't shy away from criticism, do they?
Exactly. They embrace it.
Yeah.
They want to hear what their students have to say, even if it's not always positive.
Right, because that's how you grow. That's how you get better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with Gadzhi, it seems like it's all about maintaining this image,
This image of success.
Yeah, this perfect facade.
And anyone who tries to poke holes in that image, well, they're either ignored or silenced.
It's a pattern we see time and time again with these online gurus, isn't it?
It is, unfortunately.
They build these huge followings by promising the world. But then when it comes down to it, they're more interested in protecting their own brand than actually helping people.
It's all about the bottom line.
Exactly.
Well, this has been quite the deep dive.
It has, hasn't it?
We've uncovered some pretty shady stuff,
We have, and it just goes to show that you can't always believe what you see online.
No, you really can't. So to our listeners out there, be careful who you trust, do your research, and remember, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's all for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.